Hey, I'm Tom. I'm joined today by the boys of Calpurnia. Welcome. I've got Finn, I've got Jack, and we're missing two, but that's all right. We're gonna have
That's
some
all
fun
right.
with
We
these
miss
guys.
them dearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, you guys are celebrating your new album or new EP that was released just a few short months ago. So, what do you guys? How does it feel now to have that EP out in the world?
Really good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's better than anything we could have ever asked for. Like it's so gratifying that the four of us worked so hard on this project together, and then now it's like out and everyone can hear it, and we don't have to like listen to it on our Dropbox anymore. We can go on Spotify and see.
Yeah,
that
and
it's,
see
like,
that
our
it's
actual, and the
the
response.
Spotify artist
Yeah.
thing is cool, and
It's super-
we get to see like the stats and how many people are listening to it.
Yeah,
And
it's
so we feel like a real band.
Yeah, which I guess is like a difference from maybe like 20 years ago, where I guess you would follow record charts. and
Right,
things.
right.
But I mean, you see that one sale, but
Or on
now
the
you get to
radio.
see, or the radio,
Right,
right?
right.
But you get to see a lot of like individual times that your song gets shown, how many times it's being listened
Which
to.
is
right?
weird.
It's so crazy, and
It's really
like,
crazy.
Yeah, it's just the various things that you would never expect that they take data on, like, age and like, are they listening during work or are they listening during?
That's cool.
Like,
yeah.
it's just, it's cool.
And I haven't seen like any sort of stats around Spotify, but do you guys know where people are listening from
Yeah,
as
that's
well?
really, really cool.
What's the most?
Most is United States, then it's Canada, then it's the UK, I think. But yeah, so it's cool.
It's awesome.
it's really
So
cool.
Scout the EP, it has 7 songs on it, which I'm sure you guys are pretty proud of and
Yeah.
things. What now that it's out there, because there was a lot of buzz around that. Now that people are listening to it, must be pretty cool to see people kind of singing along to it at shows
Yeah.
and things too, right?
That was crazy, and I think also just seeing it at record stores and stuff is definitely different. And holding your actual record in your hand is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, like my physics teacher the other day, I ran into him. He's like, "Yeah, I saw your record at Red Cat Records." Just like the fact that that happened, like it's
I
just
saw
so
you
crazy
at a John
for us.
Mayer concert.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's amazing.
Yeah, and which is really cool because you guys even put out a 7-inch too, right? Which
Yeah.
is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we put Greyhound and Louie, which I loved. I love that we put out a 7-inch.
Yeah.
That really made
So,
me happy.
if you told me a year ago that we'd have a 7-inch and a vinyl out,
He would not
probably
believe
wouldn't
you.
believe you. So
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. So you guys, I
turnaround.
mean, with the amount of performing that you guys have been doing, you've got to play, not only do a lot of covers of your favorite bands, but you've got to play with a few
Yeah.
of your favorite artists. Who
Yeah.
who's been your favorite so far that you guys have been jamming with?
I mean, probably all the guys from Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
of
really
course.
really excited
They're-
about that.
They're our favorite band, and to be in their studio, touch and play all the guitars that they've always played.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's really that always tripped me out. And also, being and just our friends in general playing even a festival
Yeah.
with Mac DeMarco is a huge
Of course, yeah.
huge honor. So yeah, we're excited.
And speaking of friends, you guys are all 4 friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys met when some of you were only like 14 years old.
Right.
And so how did you guys meet? What's the story kind of around that particularly?
there's kind of 2 facets to it
Yeah.
that both came together.
Yeah. I met Malcolm, who's the drummer, and then we both played together for a long time, just for fun.
Yeah.
And then met Ayla through this rock camp where you learn how to like write music as
I
a
love
kid,
it.
which is awesome. Not a lot of people get that, but
No.
we were lucky to get that in our area. And then we met Jack through Ayla, so it was kind of just like a little mutual friend circle. And
I met Ayla through school. We've been in school together since grade 2.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a long time and playing music since grade 3 together. So it's cool that the 2 of us have gone so far back and now we're here together,
Yeah, especially.
which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool to like play with your friends, especially because I mean you guys were just sitting around
Yeah.
probably listening to music and being like, hey, I guess why not? Let's throw this together.
Well, it was exactly that. So like, the original plan was to just make our own EP in Ayla's basement.
Yeah.
We were gonna record it, which is like I could never imagine it. Any other way, because if you go back to our original demos, they sound so different. And,
Yeah, super unpolished.
and unpolished and just not good, not as good. I mean, compared to now, not very good. But
You gotta
yeah.
start somewhere.
right,
Yeah,
well, exactly. But that was it. We were gonna record it, and then we got an opportunity from Royal Mountain, and it kind of loops back to now and
Yes.
to the festival and everything, and yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, really, since you guys started, I mean, pretty much in 2017 is when things kind of picked up,
Yeah.
and it's the speed of this.
It's
has gone
crazy,
quickly,
huh?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, really. A lot of that though is just we're lucky because I already had like a following and everything. But we are getting our own fans, which is great. Like a core fan base, and also I think that's just how the music industry now is working. People are gaining a lot more followers, a lot faster because of just social media and just the music industry in general. The music industry is kind of getting younger and more diverse. And
definitely,
artists is kind of going away, and it's more personal connection.
Yeah,
of course.
No, there's not really many bands that are a mystery.
Right.
Where you're like, did you hear that band? Like, no. It's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I saw them on YouTube.
Yeah, especially and with you guys now, I mean, playing with Mac DeMarco
Right.
and you've played with Colorado before and things like that. It's kind of that groundswell that's building, right? So you kind of have to.
It's word of
even though-
mouth.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Well, it's word of mouth. It's like knowing, if those people think we're cool, then like maybe other people will think we're cool. And
Right.
so
Still,
on and
still
so
a few
on.
dues to be paid, I guess.
Well,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's
So-
definitely. We got a lot to prove for sure.
Keep
but
our heads screwed
we
on
don't-
tight. And
Yeah. We don't make it apparent for us to be like, like there are a lot of things we do, like we don't need to prove anything by trying, but like we just prove to people by doing music. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like some bands like they just have to prove to adults that like they're good because of their like attitude or whatever, and like we just go on stage and play our music, which like speaks for itself. So
Exactly. Which I love because I've seen a bunch of your live videos. I haven't seen you guys perform live yet, but your live videos, it just looks like you guys are having so much fun up there. Like four friends up there playing the songs that they want to
There's
play.
not a better feeling or a thing I'd rather be doing than playing with the three of my closest friends.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's great. So much fun.
Definitely. And I guess too with that, like a lot of the covers that you guys have been performing and things, it's a lot of fun. But what do you think is like the bands that kind of bring you guys together, or your influences and things like that?
So, like I guess it's like rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
like
I think
just
probably the
energy.
The biggest one would be the Beatles,
Yeah.
obviously. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
That's how Ayla and I started talking. We were sitting together in grade 3, and she had a book about the Beatles, and that's how we started talking. And then that's how Finn got into music.
That's how I got into music. That's how
Malcolm.
Malcolm got into music. And then Malcolm and I both went through the transition together to start listening kind of like to indie music. Which our first indie band that we ever started listening to was Pup, which is like
Which is
great,
awesome.
which is a great place to start. So we were influenced there and by rock and roll and punk and indie music. So after that, it was kind of just running. We were just running with it.
That's great. That's great. So, I mean, you guys are just starting out. So what do you think is going to be your mark for success? What do you think is like, this will be our make it moment kind of thing?
I mean,
I don't know.
Honestly, for me, it's already happened. Like, I walked into our local guitar store.
It's all
and the owner-
downhill from here.
Yeah, well, the owner was just like, I heard your single and it was awesome. Like the personal connection, I think
cool.
for me matters. That's what leads me or tells me success is something that I can personally connect to rather than like a number or a figure. That to me is success. I think.
Yeah, and having creative freedom to do what you want at such a young age is also we're really lucky to have. So it's great.
That's awesome. Well, this is Calpurnia. I'm here with Finn. I'm here with Jack. We've had a great time, guys.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say to the people out there?
Invest in gold.
Invest in oil.
There we go. All right. You've heard it from these guys, Calpurnia. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
No,
man.
thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
having
having us. We're super stoked to be here. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Taz.